Now, Jesus spent 3 days in the grave, just as he predicted he would, and just was a prophetic thing that he would. Was he just asleep or was he active? If he was active, what did he do there in Sheol, in the grave? This is really important, as Jesus has told us to do the things he did and greater things. Find that in John. Is there something we're supposed to do like he did when he went into Sheol or went into the grave? What did he do? Well, Ephesians 4:8 says, when he ascended on high, he led a host of captives. Well, where did those captives come from? Now, this expression, he ascended, what does it mean except that he also descended into the lower parts of the earth? Now, the lower parts of the earth, figuratively, are Hades or Sheol, the place of the unseen. So that's where he went. And from that place, what did he do? He led captive a host of captives. So he took everyone out of there. Romans 10:7, or who will descend into the abyss? That is to bring Christ up from the dead. So he went down into, figuratively, the abyss of death. So Jesus descended figuratively into those lower parts of the heart or the earth, into the grave, into Hades, into the abyss before he was resurrected and then ascended to heaven. And we saw that in Revelation 1:18. I was dead, and behold, I'm alive forevermore, and I have the keys of death and Hades. Did he get those figurative keys when he went down into that place where people were locked up? I believe he did. So when Jesus ascended into heaven in a cloud, that cloud was the host of captives who were then part of the cloud of witnesses. So how and why did Jesus free the captives? Well, 1 Peter 3:19, Christ went and proclaimed to the spirits in prison. Well, what did he proclaim? It was not their eternal damnation that was being proclaimed. 1 Peter 4:5 describes this. It says, what they will give account to him who all is ready to judge the living and the dead. For the gospel has, for this purpose, been preached even to those who are dead. That though they are judged in the flesh as men, they may live in the spirit according to the will of God. So even there might be lots of people who have died and have died in the flesh, if you like, as men, the good news has been preached to them who were dead, because that's what Jesus did when he went into the grave. When he went into Sheol, he preached to those who had physically died. And what did he preach? That they may live in the spirit according to the will of God. That's God's will, that they live. That's a good news message. It was the gospel that Jesus preached. What would be the point of preaching to the spirits if they could not respond? That would be pretty much torture. But that's not the truth.